All right. Hi, everybody. If you remember me, my name is McKenzie. I'm from the travel group. Thanks for coming back again for another one of our happy hour travel talks. I did figure over this time when we were social isolating and unable to travel, I thought it'd be a good idea to invite some experts on to help get us dreaming about when we can travel again and some great destinations to go to. So as you can see behind me, this is not my normal balcony here in Vancouver. I am in fact on the club level balcony of a club level room at the beautiful Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, which is one of my absolute favorite resorts to visit. And so today I'm really, really excited to have Freddie Marsh from Playa Resorts on with me. Freddie's with Playa Resorts. Playa Resorts is a hotel company that operates Hyatt Ziva, Hyatt Zilara, the Jewel brands of hotels, as well as the some Hilton all-inclusive resorts, and I'm missing one, the Panama Jack resorts as well. So yeah, so Freddie, thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate it. And yeah, how are you doing during this time?
I'm good. Thanks, Mackenzie. I'm impressed. You remembered all of the brands except for one, but it's the one that everybody forgets about. We have one standalone resort in the Dominican Republic called the Sanctuary Cap Cana. But you remembered all of the brands, so I'm very impressed by that. And I love your background. That is so cool. That is, yeah, you're right. It's like you're sitting on the balcony of one of the club rooms at my favorite resort as well, the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta.
I felt like it was the only way that I could acceptably have a margarita at 1 in the afternoon. So
I love
there
it.
we go.
You didn't tell me we were going to be drinking. I would have had something.
Oh well, well, I'll cheers you anyway, and go have a margarita after this. So yes, so I was gonna say I'm having a margarita. I try to have a drink that is emblematic of where we're talking about. And the funny thing about margaritas and tequila is that it's kind of like champagne is to France. Tequila can only be called tequila if it's made in Jalisco, which is the state where Puerto Vallarta is in. So it is really the birthplace of tequila and mezcal. So a margarita was just the perfect choice today. It was either that or shooting tequila, but I thought maybe it's a little early for that.
You're going to keep it classy today and do a margarita. I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely. Shaken margarita. All right, so Freddie, why don't we start with, why don't you tell us a little bit about Playa Resorts and the brands that you operate and where you guys operate?
Yeah, so we are an all-inclusive company, so we only do all-inclusive resorts. As you mentioned, we do all the Hyatt Ziva, Hyatt Zilara resorts, which are the Hyatt brand of all-inclusives. The difference between them is a Hyatt Ziva property is all ages, and our Hyatt Zilara resort is adults only. So you have to be 18 or older to stay at one of our Zilaras. We have our Hilton all-inclusive resorts, Jewel resorts, Panama Jack, and the Sanctuary. So we're in all the hot spots. So where everybody wants to go, we have a resort. So in Mexico, we have the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, where you virtually are right now. We have the Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos, which is incredible. And then over on the Caribbean side of Mexico, we have the 5 resorts actually in the Cancun and Playa del Carmen area. We also have resorts in the Dominican Republic and Jamaica. So we're up to, I think, 21 resorts now, which is huge growth for us. 4 or 5 years ago, I think we only had 8 resorts. So we're definitely in a growth mode right now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, and every time I see one of your resorts, no matter where it is, I'm always just like, wow, it's awesome. They don't feel like big, huge resorts. They feel very boutique. They feel very personalized. So I love that. So since we are focusing on the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, maybe you can start by telling us a little, I mean, I already know, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about what makes this resort so special and what makes this resort stand out among a sea of other very good all-inclusive options.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of things. I think the main thing that's so amazing about that resort, the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, is the location, because we are just south of downtown, but really close, only about a 5 to 10 minute drive from the Malecon or the Romantic Zone. It's a $6 cab ride, and so we're close to it, but we're not right in the thick of it. We are just south of town on this little cove-style beach, and we're the only hotel on this cove-style beach. So it's like we have our own private beach. And I would say it's probably one of the best beaches in the entire area. It's beautiful, it's swimmable. and then also the size of the resort. It's only just under, I think it's around 300 rooms. I think it's just under 300 rooms. So it's a nice size, not too big, like you mentioned, and all the rooms face out to the ocean. So there's not a bad view of the entire resort.
Well, I can definitely attest to that. After staying in a few different rooms at the hotel, I have never had a bad view. And waking up every morning with the sound of that ocean just quietly coming ashore, oh, it's amazing. So, what type of activities does the hotel offer for guests? Now, we know about the pool bar. We know that you can drink and you can eat to your heart's content. But what other activities can guests expect to experience there?
So it's your vacation, it's your client's vacation. So it's really what your clients want to do. So if you just want to like chill, read a book and not do a lot, there's that option. You can do that. That's usually what I'm doing. I find a quiet spot. But also we've got really active things. So we've got a great sports and entertainment team. So they're down at one of the pools. They're getting everybody involved. They're planning things like beach volleyball. They also do something very unique at this resort, which I can't remember if you did it or not, but it was the hike up to the waterfall behind the resort. We call it our jungle tour. And because of the great location where the resort is, we have this beautiful waterfall up behind the resort, up in the hills. And our sports team leads a hike every morning up to the waterfall. And it's really fun. It only takes about an hour and a half. It's not, that long. It's complimentary. There's no charge to do it, but it's really fun. It's kind of a nice way to start the day. If you're planning on doing it, it's always a good idea to take some water shoes or running shoes that you don't mind getting wet. But I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. And one of the other things is you guys do tequila tastings as well, right? You have a sommelier at the hotel?
We do. So if you want to learn more about tequila, because there are so many different kinds, and I've been down there so many times and I've tried all these tequilas, I can't even remember them all, but it's a good excuse to taste some good tequila.
Definitely gonna need a good sunbed after that, I think, right? Underneath one of those palapas to relax. So outside of the resort though, can you tell me a little bit more about Puerto Vallarta? What are some excellent sights to see in Puerto Vallarta that are not to be missed?
That's one of the things I love about the destination, though, because Puerto Vallarta really is more authentic Mexico than some of the other destinations. It's got beautiful cobblestone streets downtown, so it's just fun to go down and go walking around. They have the Malecon, which is a boardwalk, basically along the water, and that's really fun anytime day. I like going there in the evenings after dinner. A lot of times I'll jump in a cab and a bunch of us will just go for a stroll along the Malecon, maybe pop into one of the bars for a drink. And if you're more active, there's some really fun excursions. So there's great zip lining, adventures, snorkeling, like you can go out and go on a catamaran for the day. So there's lots of very active kind of things to do. And then something that's really fun, if you haven't done it before, there's an excursion called Rhythms of the Night. And it's, as you can tell by the name, it's in the evenings. And you take a boat, and it's almost like a Cirque du Soleil kind of show in the middle of the jungle. It is so much fun. So I've been recommending that. A lot of people have been doing that one recently and enjoying that.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually remember I've done it twice now. Both last two times I've been to Puerto Vallarta, I've done the outdoor excursion up into the mountains with the zip lines and the cliff rappelling, and just like, I mean, we did it together. Just an amazing experience. It feels like there's so much diverse stuff to do in Puerto Vallarta, whether you do just want to lay at the beach and read a book, whether you want to go clubbing, the nightlife scene in Puerto Vallarta is incredible, but also if you want to experience some of the natural beauty and, get your feet dirty and go and experience all the jungles that are around Puerto Vallarta. It's one of my favorite parts of being there, is just how diverse it is, the things you can do there. Going forward, as people begin to travel again, why should they choose a place like Puerto Vallarta, and why the Hyatt Ziva?
Puerto Vallarta, especially for us in Western Canada, it's just such an easy destination to get to. The flight's not that long. More than likely, you're probably going to be on a direct flight, so you don't have to change planes, because we've got a lot of great flights out of the Western Canada. And then the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta, it's an all-inclusive resort, but it's a 5-star all-inclusive. We classify that as a 5-star. So we do things like no reservations for any of the a la carte restaurants, and the food quality is very good. We have many different restaurants to choose from. We also include 24-hour room service that's included. So a lot of people like doing that, especially in the morning for breakfast. Because you've got, every room has, is ocean facing, it's really nice to order room service for breakfast and sit out on your balcony and enjoy that gorgeous ocean view. We also include free Wi-Fi throughout the property. Top shelf liquor is included as well. And our rooms are stunning. So the rooms really are beautiful. They were completely renovated. Well, the club tower, where you are right now, McKenzie, that was renovated, fully renovated about a year ago. And then the main tower was renovated probably about 4 years ago. And so the rooms are beautiful. The staff is incredible. So we have something called service from the heart. We really pride ourselves on it. So it's a whole philosophy that all of our staff members are trained on, and it means that we're doing everything from the heart and everything with love. And that really translates through, because that's one of the comments I always get from everybody is how amazing.
Oh, I think we lost you there. Are you still there, Freddie?
Amazing. Did you
There
lose
we go.
me?
Yeah, I got you again. I think we had a little glitch there, but I think I heard what you were saying, that the service there is absolutely amazing, and I can definitely attest to that. I don't think I have ever had anyone say anything but like amazing things about the service level at the property, and how just wonderful the staff are. So yeah, so I think that's phenomenal. I think that one of the other questions I want to ask is about, moving forward. I think that people's idea of what's important when they travel is going to change a little bit. And one of the things that I always noticed, I guess this is more of a statement than a question, but one of the things I always noticed about the Hyatt Ziva was the last time I was there, it was pretty much full occupancy, but it never felt crowded. And I think, for me traveling again, I may be more inclined to go places where I don't feel like I'm crammed in with lots of people. And I never felt crowded there. The beach isn't shared with other hotels, so it was really, everyone was spread out. It just felt like it was a more comfortable and relaxing atmosphere. And I think with with social distancing probably being on our mind for a long time, being at a resort where everyone feels like they have their own kind of space to enjoy, I think is a really good aspect of the hotel as well.
And
So
you know what? I think that's a really good point, McKenzie, that I actually hadn't even thought about, but you're right. Where that resort, where the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta is located, we're the only hotel on that beach. The beach is quite large, and so there is a lot of space. And so that actually is a very good point that I hadn't thought of. You're right.
you can tell your marketing team I said
Oh,
that.
that's going to go in all my presentations now.
Well, listen, Freddie, I really appreciate you coming on today. I know you've got other stuff to do, and it's we're for people being at home, we all seem very busy at the same time. So I really appreciate you taking some time today to talk to me and my viewers about everything Puerto Vallarta and the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta. Just so everybody knows, if you're coming from Vancouver or anywhere in Canada, the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta is bookable through all of our major airlines on vacation package products. So if you do want any more information about it, or when we are able to travel again, if you're just itching to book that Mexico beach vacation, give me a shout, and we'll make it happen. So thank you again, Freddie, so much for coming on today, and all the best to you. Stay safe and have a good rest of your day. And thank you again, everyone, for watching.